And see, Patrick Tal, what kind of irritates me about this launch is why didn't we get this in 2020? Where were you at when the founding forefathers of YouTube coined the phrase soft glam? If you were there, you were there. If you know, you know. And it wasn't until Makeup by Ariel went on Patrick Starr's YouTube channel where he finally showed this technique. And ever since then, it is exactly how I've done my blush since then. You're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about? The way people have applied blush over the last, realistically, like 6 years has drastically changed. Patrick does really emphasize the cheeks, the fleshness of it all. And so basically, Patrick Ta said, you rang. And his latest launch are his liquid and powder transition blush duos. 2019 and 2020, Jackie would have ate this up. No, excuse me. Would have chewed. I would have. I'm yapping, but it matters to me. I'm the target demographic. Now, I don't know if we need to go this far. But you know what? I'm gonna try it. This is between us, girl. Is it between us? Because it's looking very loud. The whole point is it's supposed to be discreet. A little bit of a jump scare, I don't know. Now, the purpose of doing a transition blush, where the concealer and setting powder meet and the blush, there's something that we put right in between to make it seamless so that you don't really know where the blush starts and where the concealer ends. There's 2 shades. This is quite comfort. This is the shade between us. This is a bit more coral. This is a bit more lilac. Probably a bit too lilac for me. Once things start getting purple, it gets dicey. I was hoping this would read a bit more pink. I'm actually gonna try White Comfort. I'm gonna use what's on the back of my hand and apply that straight to my skin. So it's supposed to serve the purpose, again, of like, oh, I definitely see it transitioning into my concealer very subtly. All right. So far, I see a very subtle, but a bit of color nonetheless. I did the rest of my makeup because we're going to be transitioning it. And what blush am I wearing, you asked? Well, you already know what time it is. Of course. She's Giving by Patrick Ta. Because blush in this color palette, I feel is really what kind of popularized this trend. So we have 3 of these colors: Between Us, All or Nothing, Quite Confident. Since I'm wearing pink, I'm gonna go ahead and try Between Us. Let's start. I'm gonna try the darker shade first. Actually, let's do both. I'm gonna tap off some of the excess. And this is meant to be applied basically right up under the tear trough. Oh, shit. Hold on. Why did that kind of work immediately? Now I want to put more. Now I want to put a little bit more. I'm seeing something. Is it very subtle? Yes. I like this because I don't like how strong pink under eye setting powder looks. So I feel like I get sort of the same effect without sometimes a little bit of the overkill that pink setting powder does on my complexion. My undertones are golden. So when I take a picture and I have one like cool tone setting powder, it's very prominent. This is with the transition blush and this is without. Now, am I just good at makeup or can you see the difference? I definitely am picking up what it's putting out. I fear we're going back to the basics with makeup again. Hot take, I don't really necessarily feel like every product needs to be a game changer. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't take it out of context. The fact that you can't really see what it's doing, I think that's kind of the whole point. But you know that this side looks more seamless than this side. Yes, you do. You just don't know how. And I fear that's the point. I fear that's the point. That's the point. And the longer I wear it, the more I like it. I just keep looking at it. Is it the face or is it the blush? Let me give you one last look before, after. Let's do the other side now because it's absolutely doing what I needed to do. I am the target demographic. Yep, I am. Do I think this is a product that is a need? Probably not. But is makeup a need? Oops. Well, I mean, for me personally, if it makes my life easier and if I have the money to burn and if I'm like a real hardcore Blush Pro Max super stan, then 1000%. If you already have your routine down, then no, you don't need it. But if you're trying to like perfect it or like build on top of your already extensive blush collection, if you're like a real hardcore blush lover like me, I think it'll make sense. Now, real quick, let me cook because this shade is kind of calling my name because you guys know essentially that I do the same transition thing on my forehead, right? I blend my blush in like a C shape all the way into my bronzer. And the reason why I do that, usually I use like a terracotta color, or like sometimes I use straight bright orange, like NARS Exhibit A. I basically create a transition between bronzer and concealer. So I wonder if this shade will function in the same way. In a way, it sort of serves as like color correcting. I should say warm up the bronzer, not correct it. It's really subtle, but I see it. I am pleased. Final verdict. These, I think I'm kind of indifferent to. This serves slightly less purpose because you could just use another liquid blush. These, however, these perform more like a hybrid between a blush product and a setting powder in one. And I like these because you could just argue, well, Jackie used a lighter blush. Problem is, most times they are chalky and ashy. This is kind of like giving that without the chalk and without the ash. This color does scare me, but I'm absolutely gonna be digging in these this season, absolutely.